Good day and welcome to my video blog for the final output for GE World Z28. This will be tackling the topic of Brexit and is aptly entitled Understanding Brexit, a Global Perspective. So to start, hello and welcome to an in-depth discussion about Brexit. This was very interesting to me because even though it's not as new of a topic, it's still definitely a global phenomena that affects a majority of what's going on today, or even if not obvious that it does so, it is still very much important and definitely sent ripples throughout uh, what happens throughout the world even today. So, as one of the most significant political events in recent history, Brexit has reshaped not only the United Kingdom but also has profound implications for the European Union and the global community, as I've said earlier. So, today we will explore more about what Brexit is, the factors leading to it, and its implications for globalization and how it affects countries far beyond Europe, such as our country, the Philippines. So, let's get started. Part one, we first illustrate Brexit as a global issue through the WH questions. So, Brexit, what is Brexit to be exact? Brexit refers to the United Kingdom's exit from the European Union, a process formalized after a national referendum held on June 23, 2016. And in this referendum, 51.9% of voters chose to leave the European Union, while 48.1% voted to remain. So this decision marked a turning point in the UK's relationship with Europe, ending over 4 decades of membership in the United Union by Hunt and Wheeler 2019. So what are the key components of Brexit? Well, first of all, it's the withdrawal agreement, the legal agreement outlining the terms of the UK's departure. Next is the transition period, the period following the official exit to allow time for the negotiation on future relationships, which ended on around December 31, 2020, so 4 years after. And next is the trade agreements that are a part of these. So the ongoing negotiations between the UK and the EU to establish future trade relations uh, from the this is taken from the HM government 2017. So what is involved? So Brexit primarily involves the UK and the EU as two of the actors, but its ramifications extend globally. So key players in this process have included the UK political leaders, UK EU officials, and various stakeholders across different sectors from Gauss 2020. So the key figures here to note are David Cameron, former UK Prime Minister, who called the 2016 referendum; Theresa May, another former UK Prime Minister who negotiated initial Brexit deals; and another is Boris Johnson, so the current UK Prime Minister leading the country through the final stages of Brexit; and the EU leaders, including the European Commission, European Parliament, and individual member states, taken from Oliver 2018. So why did Brexit happen exactly? So this is the point of uh, interest for me. So the Brexit process began with the 2016 referendum, as mentioned, and was officially completed on January 31, 2020. However, so a bit of a different date here. This is due to the difference in references. However, the implications and negotiations continue as the UK and EU define their future relationship. So this is from the European Union 2020. So for the timeline, let's lay it out. 2016, the referendum was held and the Leave vote won. 2017, the UK invoked Article invoked Article 50 of their laws, beginning formal withdrawal negotiations. 2019 withdrawal agreement reached but faced multiple uh, political changes, and the 2020 UK officially leaving the EU, entering a transition period. So this is from the House of Commons Library 2020. So where is Brexit happening, by the way? Oh, by the way, for the previous section, it was actually when did it happen, not actually why did it happen. Sorry, I misread that. So now is where is Brexit happening? So Brexit affects the UK mainly, including England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, and the EU's 27 remaining member countries. So the impact is felt globally, influencing international trade, politics, economics by Mason 2020. Regional impacts wise, it's happening in Northern Ireland, where unique challenges due to the border with the Republic of Ireland as an EU member, and as well as Scotland, because Scotland had strong opposition to Brexit, raising questions about future independence. This is from Dinan 2019. So now, why did Brexit happen? So this is the why. Previously, it was the when, the where. Now it's the why. So Brexit was driven by a combination of factors, including sovereignty, immigration concerns, and economic independence. The Leave campaign emphasized the desire to take back control from the EU. So this was mainly an issue of sovereignty for the United Kingdom, reflecting sentiments of national identity and skepticism about EU bureaucracy. So EU having too much power than the United Kingdom would like. So this is from Clark, Goodwin, and Whitley 2017. So let's sum up the key reasons. So first of all, sovereignty, as I said, desire for legislative independence from EU regulations. Next is immigration, concerns about free movement from the EU. And next is economy, belief that the UK would negotiate better trade deals independently. So this is a thought from Hobalt 2016. So that's for part one. And next we go on to part two, what Brexit actually contributes in terms of globalization. So Brexit's impact on globalization is multifaceted. It represents both a retreat from traditional global integration and a potential opportunity for new global dynamics. So let's first look at the negative contributions of Brexit to globalization. So Brexit is often viewed as a backlash against globalization. The UK's decision to leave the EU can be seen as a move away from collective cooperation towards nationalism and protectionism. This is said by Roderick 2018. It affects the trade barriers. New trade barriers between UK and EU disrupt established supply chains and create uncertainty for the businesses by Begg 2017. It also has a negative effect of regulatory divergence. The UK may set its regulations, leading to potential incompatibilities with current EU standards by Emerson and others, 2017. And last but not least, political fragmentation. Since, of course, there was a divide in opinion, Brexit fuels nationalist movements in other countries, challenging the notion of a borderless global economy. So that would Brexit actually affects globalization in terms of economy, having a borderless global economy in that way. This is by Engelhardt and Norris, 2016. Now let's look on the positive contributions of globalization. So on the other hand, the Brexit provides opportunities for the UK to redefine its role in the global economy, potentially fostering new international partnerships. This is by Young, 2017. So first off, they get trade opportunities, so the UK can negotiate trade agreements with non-EU countries such as the US, Japan, Australia, potentially leading to diversified trade relationships. This is by Collinson 2020. Next is regulatory innovation. Independence from EU regulations allow the UK to experiment with new policies and standards that may attract global investment. So this is by Springford 2017. Last but not least, cultural exchange. So Brexit highlights the importance of maintaining cultural ties and international cooperation between political unions. So this is by Brown 2019. So now that we've seen what Brexit is, what it's about, and its contribution to globalization both negatively and positively, let's now look at its impact on us, the Philippines, and the Filipinos. So Brexit affects not only confined to Europe, but they extend to countries worldwide, at least its effect, including the Philippines. So let's explore the Brexit impacts, how it impacts the Philippines and its people. So first off is its impact on overseas Filipino workers. So the UK is home to a good number of Filipino workers, especially in sectors like healthcare, education, and domestic work. And Brexit's economic implications can affect their employment opportunities and remittances to send back home. This is by Tabuga 2020. So it affects, first of all, its employment uncertainty. So economic fluctuations post-Brexit may lead to job instability for our overseas Filipino workers by Baclagon 2020. And it's also visa and immigration changes, since new immigration policies could affect the ability of Filipinos to work and settle in the UK. So this is by Rodriguez 2020. Next is impact on the overall trade. So the UK is a valuable trade partner for the Philippines, importing a lot of goods such as electronics, garments, agricultural products. So Brexit introduces challenges and opportunities in this area. This is by Tolentino 2019. So first is the trade agreements. As I've said earlier, the Philippines must negotiate new trade agreements with the UK to ensure continued market access despite Brexit. This is by the Department of Trade and Industry 2020, and also the tariff changes. So potential changes in tariffs could impact the competitiveness of Philippine exports. This is by the Vera 2019. Next is the impact on education. So the UK is a popular destination for Filipino students pursuing higher education. So Brexit definitely altered the landscape of international education and student exchange programs. This is by Mendoza 2020. So one major issues or things to note is the tuition fee. Changes in fee structures for international students could affect affordability by Taurus 2020, and also research collaboration. So opportunities for research collaboration between the UK and Philippine institutions may evolve or may evolve either for the better or for worse, depending on uh, the effects of Brexit. So this is by Universities UK International 2018. Next is the bilateral relations. So Brexit may also influence diplomatic and economic relations between the Philippines and the UK, creating avenues for strengthened ties. So this is actually a good thing, noted by S. Miguel 2019. So investment opportunities, while with the UK seeking new trade partners from its exit from the EU, the Philippines could attract investments in sectors like technology and infrastructure, Villanueva 2020, and also its tourism potential. So enhanced tourism agreements could boost travel and cultural exchange between the two countries as a result of this, by the Department of Tourism 2020. So in conclusion, Brexit is a complex with far-reaching uh, implications as a global phenomenon. So it challenges traditional notions of globalization while offering new opportunities as well for international engagement. So for the Philippines, as I've said a lot earlier, understanding and adapting to these challenges is essential for us Filipinos. So by leveraging potential benefits and addressing these challenges, the Philippines can navigate the post-Brexit landscape pretty effectively. So thank you for joining us on the exploration of Brexit's global impact on globalization, on itself, and even on the Philippines. So that is all for my final output. Thank you for very much for listening to me ramble about Brexit and what it's all about. So stay informed as always, and uh, keep informed on what the world continues to do and how it continues to evolve. Hopefully, this has helped in giving you an idea on the world as one of very interesting topic has been presented to you in terms of uh, Brexit. So thank you. That is all for my presentation slash video blog for my final output. And after this will be the reference pages. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you have a great day.